Demak, bugungi darsimiz main purpose degan mavzu haqida bo'ladi. Ya'ni main purpose demaylik, text structure and purpose desak to'g'riroq bo'ladi. To'liq qilib aytsak. So text structure and purpose. Okay. Oldingi darsimizda biz main idea savollari bilan tanishib chiqqandik. Bu main ideaga aloqador va juda ham yaqin savol turlaridan biri. Main ideani sizda bo'lsa, u summary'si bo'lardi, teksti, fokusi, bular hammasi main idea deyiladi va qaysi so'zlardan keyin kelardi? O'sha claim, found, concluded va transitionlardan keyin va o'sha main idea deyilardi. Endi text structure shunga o'xshab ketadi. No, bir ikki asosiy o'sha question typelarini haqida gaplashaylik. So, the first thing that's asked is main purpose. Demak, main purpose, ya'ni bu qanaqa holda keladi? Sizga text beriladi as usual. So text is given to you. Then the question would be something like, what is the main purpose of the text? What's the main purpose of the text? A, B, C, and D as usual. Demak, main purpose degan o'sha so'zni ko'rdingizmi? Bu bilingki main purpose savoli. Endi buni qanday yechamiz main purpose da? O'sha haqida ozroq gaplashaylik. So, it's very easy basically. The formula is as simple as main idea plus y. Or we can also say, so what? Ya'ni main ideani birinchi topishingiz kerak bo'ladi va o'zingizdan so'rang. Bu main idea, bu text nima uchun berildi? So what questioniga, ya'ni javob berish kerak. So specifically what are we referring to by saying why? Ya'ni nima demoqchimiz? Qanaqa reasonlar bo'lishi mumkin textdan berilishi? Masalan, u to explain bo'lishi mumkin. To describe nimadir bo'lishi mumkin. To describe, to contrast bo'lishi mumkin. To contrast, to describe, to explain, to compare va boshqalar. Endi oddiy qilib tushuntirsak, masalan, explain degani bu examplelar bersa, qanaqadir statistika bilan tushuntirsa, bu asosan explain bo'ladi. Describe esa ko'pincha terminologiya yoki o'shalarda yoyilmasi yoki explain qilib berilgani u describe deyiladi. Contrast, ya'ni qarama-qarshi ideyalar bo'lsa, ya'ni opposite ideyalar aytsa, bu contrast hisoblanadi. Compare bu solishtirish, shunchaki masalan similarity, differences va boshqalar. Main ideani topasiz va overall textga qaraysiz, ya'ni explanation ketyaptimi, describe mi, contrast mi, compare mi yoki boshqa purpose mi va o'shani moslashtirishingiz kerak bo'ladi. So that is as simple as that. Now, what is different, I mean, about main purpose? What's the difference? Let's talk about the difference between main idea and main purpose. Main idea and main purpose. Bitta tilda tushuntirsak, main purpose da reason bo'ladi, main idea esa bu как argument. Main ideamiz shunchaki what degan questionga javob bersa, main purpose'imiz esa why degan savolga javob beradi. Ikkalasining farqi bor. Bu argument, bunda esa reasonlar bo'ladi. Bu reasonlar. Bu esa prosta oddiy argument hisoblanadi. So, that is as simple as that. Keyin yana bitta narsa, main purpose da ko'pincha siz overall, general rock optionni tanlashingiz kerak. Try to choose the general option which covers everything, or we can say which summarizes the text, summarizes the whole text. Ya'ni shunaqa javob tanlangki, u общий tekstni summary qilib berish kerak. Ya'ni eng muhim joylarini include qilgan holda bo'lishi kerak. So, we don't have so much strategy, but as I said, the steps are firstly, you have to read the question, you have to know what's asked, then you have to read the text, simplify it, summarize it, then find the main idea, then look at the overall text and find the reason, then eliminate wrong options. So, that's how main purpose is. Endi ikkinchi text structure and purposedan keladigan savol turi bu function questions deyiladi. So function questions. O'zi bu question typelar o'rganayotganimizda readingda asosan unaqa qiyin narsa emas. Shunchaki strategiyalarni bilsangiz bo'ldi. Juda oddiy, very simple. Lekin eng muhim joyi reading comprehensionda bo'ladi. Hali ularga ham o'tamiz, o'sha analiz boshqalari. But these are so simple, so don't wonder like why these are so easy. These are just question types and strategies. Function question qanaqa bo'ladi? Birinchi text beriladi sizga. Text berildi deylik. Va qaysidir joyini oladi, highlight qilib qo'yadi. Masalan, aytaylik mana shu joyini. Ya'ni tagiga chizib qo'yadi. Aytadi, savolda, questionda aytadiki, what is the purpose? What is the function? What is the function of the underlined text, underlined portion of the text? Of the text. Keyin o'sha A, B, C va D optionlar. Bu ham endi main purpose ga o'xshaydi, faqat farqi nimada? Main purpose da polni tekstni so'raydi, a function esa bitta qismini, o'sha specific qismini so'raydi. Endi bunda approach qanaqa bo'ladi? Qanday qilib ishlashimiz kerak va qaysi biri eng yaxshi effective strategy? So the most important, the most effective strategy is to solve them like transitions, like in the same way as transitions. The same way as transitions are solved. Transition savol turimiz bor edi writingdan, o'sha expression of ideasdan. Xuddi o'shanaqa approachni ishlatamiz. Ya'ni transitionlarda approachimiz qanaqa edi? Biz masalan aytaylik, berilgan joy bu, biz qo'yishimiz kerak bo'lgan joyimiz. Va undan oldin birinchi qism bor, bundan keyin ikkinchi qism bor. Biz focus qiladigan narsamiz birinchi qismni o'qiymiz, ikkinchi qismni o'qiymiz va orasidagi relationship topishimiz kerak bo'ladi. So the same thing is applied here. We have to find the relationship. Find the relationship between the underlined part and the surrounding sentences. Ya'ni tepasi va yonidagilarga qanaqa o'sha relationship bor, qanday qilib ta'sir qilyapti. Masalan, ularga yetarli informatsiyani oldindan aytib beryapti yoki introduce qilyapti yoki ularga kontrast qilyapti va har xil o'sha purposelari bor, functionlari bor. Hali ko'p tez ishlasangiz ko'rasiz, u instinct paydo bo'ladi hali. Yoki ba'zi bir paytlarda function questionlarda hattoki yonidagi gaplarni o'qimasangiz bo'ladi. Shunchaki o'sha functionni o'zini o'qib, ma'nosini chiqarib ketsangiz bo'ladi. Baribir full text o'qiganingiz yaxshiroq. So this is one strategy. Demak, biz function questionlar ko'rdik hozir. We looked at, no, wait a sec. Thickness. Okay, we looked at function questions. Let me highlight it. Then we looked at main purpose, right? Main purpose. Then now another thing which is asked. Keyin esa overall structure deymiz. Structure question desak ham bo'ladi. Structure questions. Structure questionda qanaqa bo'ladi? Yana o'shanaqa text as usual chap tarafda bo'ladi. Va question shunaqa bo'ladi. What is the overall structure of the text? A, B, C, and D. Overall structure degan so'zni ko'rdingizmi? O'sha bilaveringki, bu overall structure questionga kiradi. Bu juda ham oddiy. Endi I will explain the main idea behind this question type, okay? The main idea is basically it's the development of ideas. It's the development of, pay attention, important core ideas, core points, we can also say, in order. In order. Demak, development of ideas, ya'ni o'sha core point deganda eng muhim joylari, tekstdagi eng muhim joylari va ketma-ketlikda tushuntirilganligi bu overall structure deyiladi. Masalan, birinchi bu narsa bo'ldi, ikkinchi bu narsa bo'ldi, uchinchi bu narsa bo'ldi. Hammasi orderda kelishi kerak bo'ladi. So the most important thing is all of them should come in order. Order buzilmasligi kerak. Masalan, oxirdagi narsa boshida kelib qolsa, bu o'zi xato. Yoki o'rtasidagi narsa, masalan, boshiga kelib qolsa, yana xato. Hamma narsa orderda kelishi kerak. Ya'ni order buzilmasa bo'ldi. So that is it. That is the main idea behind it. Well, what is left as well? So we also looked at it. Structure questions. I think that's like almost it. Like we learned all the strategies, I think. So by the way, another how can I say, tip is like apply the 5-step approach and try to solve more questions as usual. So these are so generic advice that I can give you. So demak qaysilarni o'rgandik? Text structure and purpose degan o'sha bitta kategoriya bor. Main purpose savol turlari bor bitta. Function questionlar bor. Overall structure, o'sha structure questionlarimiz ham bor. Demak bularda haqida general idea haqida ega bo'ldik. I think we got the general idea, okay? So that is the idea. Now let's look at some questions basically. So let me open any, for example, exam. Let it be this one. This is from the mock test, by the way. Which one can we look at it? Support question, overall structure, main purpose. Okay. Mana birinchi 4-savoldan boshlaylik. O'sha main purpose savoliga bitta example. O'zi o'chirishim kerak edi. Mayli, javobi ham ko'rinib turibdi. That's okay. Demak, o'qiymiz. O'sha o'rgangan har bitta strategiyani qo'llashga harakat qilamiz. Founded in Long Beach, California in 1996, the Museum of Latin American Art is dedicated to modern and contemporary art by Latin American artists and Latino artists in the United States. Demak, bitta muzeyimiz bor ekan, Latin American degan. U modern va contemporary art. Ya'ni o'sha zamonaviy va o'sha hamma eng oxirgi o'sha artlarimizni saqlash uchun mana shu muzey qurilgan ekan. Since its founding, it has acquired more than 1,300 objects for its permanent collection. Demak, overall 1300 tadan o'sha oshiq narsalar bor ekan ichida. More recently founded US-based institutions devoted to Latino cultures include the National Hispanic Cultural Center. Ikkinchisi yaqinda ochilgani bu National Hispanic Cultural Center ekan. Located in Albuquerque, it focused on literature, art, and cultures of Latin America, as well as of Latin communities in the United States. Demak, mana shu joyda joylashgan va uni fokusi o'sha literatura, art, culture, kultura va boshqalar ekan. Demak, nima haqida gaplashdik? Shuni discuss qilib olaylik. Ikkita muzey bor ekan, to'g'rimi? Va ularda biz nimalar borligini aytdik ichida. Masalan, va fokuslari nimaligi haqida aytdik. Demak, ko'rganingizdek, description bo'lyapti, describe qilyapti. Shuning uchun describe two institutions and their focus desak ham to'g'ri bo'ladi. Shuning uchun ham javobimiz C bo'ladi. Masalan, to present information about two institutions. Two institution deb ikkita muzeyni aytmoqchi va ular fokusi, ya'ni nimalar ichida bor va fokuslari nima. So, that is the thing. Masalan, birinchisiniki contemporary and modern art, ikkinchisiniki literature, art, shunaqa narsalar fokus bo'lgan. A'ga ham ko'raylik. To trace the founding of two institutions, including how they acquired funding to purchase artworks. Biz funding haqida umuman gapirganimiz yo'q, shuning uchun A bu beyond the text, not given. B, to draw a contrast between two collections, size of the two institutions. Biz bittasinikini berdik, 1300 ta bor obyekt dedik, lekin ikkinchisini sonini aytmadik. Shuning uchun bu xato, ya'ni kontrast bo'lgan yo'q. Biz comparison qilmayapmiz. To'rtinchisi D, to trace a historical development that encouraged the founding of two institutions. Nima bularda institutionlarda sabab bo'lganini ham aytmadik topilishiga. So that's why these are incorrect answers. The answer is C. Mana bu yerda ham overall structurega bitta example bor ekan, o'shani ham ko'raylik. Paintings by the Florida Highwaymen, an informal collective of prolific landscape artists active in Florida during the 1950s and 60s, are recognizable by their reiteration of the same general compositional structures and subjects. Breaking waves and backcountry pines, to name two. Qarang, juda ham uzun, kamera bir 30 ta so'z bor shu yerda. O'sha bit boshini o'qisangiz oxiri sizdan chiqib ketib qoladi. Shuning uchun siz breakdown qilishingiz kerak. Ya'ni bu gapni siz kichik-kichik qismlarga bo'lib oling. Masalan, paintings by this guy. Muhim bo'lmagan joylarni chiqarib tashlaymiz. Demak, paintings bor ekan, qanaqadir bularniki. Are recognizable by the reiteration of the same general composition structures. Recognizable degani o'sha taniladi. Qanaqa nimadan? Reiteration degani repetition degani. Repetition of o'sha qiyin so'zlarni ham men o'zim uchun oson qilib olaman. Repetition of the same general composition structures in subjects. Demak, mana shu strukturalar va subjektlar qaytarilishidan buni bilib olsak bo'lar ekan, mana odamni paintinglarini. Masalan, breaking waves and backcountry pines, to name two. Masalan, o'sha to'lqinlar rasmi sinayotgan, pines, o'sha daraxtlar, o'sha nima deydi? Pine qanaqa daraxt edi o'zbekchasiga? Qaydan ketadigan daraxt bor edi, esimdan chiqib qoldi. Okay, I forgot. I better show the picture of them. So pine is something like this. Yes, I forgot the name of it. Qarag'ay. Yes, I got it. Qarag'ay daraxti. Shunaqa examplelar. Endi birinchi authorda, birinchi painterda, artistda paintinglar haqida aytdik, qanaqaligini. Endi ikkinchisini ko'rsak kerak. But there was room for individuation. Sam Newton's Tangerine Sky, for example, may resemble other highwayman paintings at first glance, but his works stand out for their more realistic and less impressionistic qualities. Aytyaptiki, lekin farqi bor edi. Masalan, Sam degan artistimizni paintinglari o'xshasa ham, lekin o'sha farqli taraflar bor. Masalan, realistic, impressionistic qualitilari bor edi demoqchi. Demak, birinchi bo'lib nima haqida gaplashdik? Birinchi pointimiz o'sha Florida Highwaymen'ni art qanaqa bo'lishini, keyin biz farqini aytyapmiz. Ikkinchi artist bilan birinchi artistning farqi. So A option, it describes a common perception that a particular group of artists' works are derivative and then provides a specific piece of evidence that reinforces that perception. A option to'g'ri, chunki aytyaptiki, o'sha Florida Highwayman'da ano'si o'sha artistdan chiqib keladi hamma artlarimiz va keyingi gapda biz example beryapmiz, ya'ni o'sha tushuntirib beryapmiz. O'shaning uchun ham explanation bo'lyapti. Masalan, historical context aytganimiz yo'q. Collaboration bo'lganda ham aytmadik. Variation deydik-ku. No, lekin qarang mana, masalan, D optionda aesthetic framework shared by a particular group of artists and that makes and illustrates the claim that individuals introduce variations within that framework. Yo biz introduce qilganini aytganimiz yo'q-da. Masalan, yo'q, bunaqa deya olmaymiz. Aesthetic framework. I think also D is kind of matching. So let's look at A again. Whereas works are derivative. Works are derivative and then provides a specific piece of evidence that reinforces that perception. Shared by a particular group of artists and then makes and illustrates the claim that individuals introduce. Well, I think I made a mistake in the first place, maybe at that time. I think D is more matching. Chunki qarang, birinchi framework beryapti, ya'ni o'sha qanaqaligini va variation bo'lganini aytyapti. Ya'ni variation degan farqlilik, difference. That's why I think it will be D, not D, because we didn't talk about basically derivative, I think. Ya'ni derivative degan chiqib kelishi, origin deganida. Originini aytganimiz yo'q. Shuning uchun ham I think A will be wrong. So that is one example. Do we have function question? Let's look at it. Function question. Function question was a boshroqda bo'lardi-yu. No. Let's look at the second module. Let's look at the first module then. Maybe we have. Well, in this one we don't have. Let me show another PDF then. So, for example, let's look at March version. Look, for example, the tense. Oh, don't we have any easier ones? Okay. Masalan, 7-chi savol. Qarang, xuddi shunaqa, ya'ni text bergan. I'm sorry if it's not that visible. It might not be that visible to you. Now I think it's a bit. Ya'ni text berilgan, birinchi joyi highlight qilingan, tegi underline bo'lingan. Va shuni bu holatda kerak emas, ya'ni faqat underlined versionda o'qisak o'zi yetadi. Buni o'qisangiz aytyapti concluding that something. Demak, conclusion bo'lyapti. Shuning uchun faqatgina D javob to'g'ri bo'ladi. Ya'ni conclusion deyapti. Bu oddiy savol edi, shuning uchun ham uncha vaqt ketmadi. Ya'ni o'sha o'qib o'tirish shart emasdi. So that was the thing. So I think you got the idea a little bit. Lekin baribir o'sha savol ko'ravergandan keyin baribir o'sha instinct paydo bo'ladi. Keyinchalik tushunishga boshlaysiz yanada. So that was it for text structure and purpose. So see you guys then in the next video.